What's happening, everyone? We are going to make a battery bank and hook it up to the Livewell on the boat, and hopefully everything's going to work. So I'm going to kind of show you what we have going on right here. I went to batteries plus bulbs, and I got a Duracell Ultra 6 volt 5 amp hour battery. I got 3 of them actually. So I'm going to wire these 3 batteries in series. And the reason is I want to keep it a 6 volt system, but I want the larger amp hours. So technically I would have 15 amp hours, but realistically I'll probably get 14 amp hours out of that. And hopefully it'll run the Livewell that I'm going to use it on a little bit softer than what the 12 volt does. So it should be a little bit more gentle on bait. And we're gonna see what we can make of it. So let's check it out. Alright, so what we should have here is essentially a way to bank or make this bank with all our neutrals right now. And we just need to do the same thing for the red wires, and then we'll essentially have a 6 volt battery bank with 15 amp hours. Now of course I don't have them with me tonight because I couldn't find them, to be honest with you, but I'm going to put probably like a 3 amp fuse in line after the battery bank, and then also a switch. So real quick, I'll show you what I'm thinking here. So we have our box, Walmart special. I always like getting things from Walmart, especially when it's cheap. I think the box was $8 or $9. Now this is going to be going in my boat, but this, as long as it works, would very easily transfer over to a kayak, which we'll be making a second one of these, but it's going to be on a separate project. So we have our box, which is gasketed all the way around. Take that paper out of there. But it's gasketed all the way around. So this should be watertight. We're going to lay the batteries in, and I will have a wrap around these and some insulation on either side of these just so it doesn't rattle back and forth. I'll have my banks of wires. I'm going to put a fuse in here. And I'm also going to put a switch, probably on this side. And that is just so I'll be able to break power whenever I want. And then if this was in a kayak, you could actually wire the switch down to by like your leg or up on top of the kayak or like right next to your seat, so it's not really in the way. But we will cover that in a future video. But this way, I should have a battery pack in a removable case that, I mean, I could mount it, and I'm thinking about mounting. I'm not sure how I'd want to do it, but I should have a relatively simple battery pack that will sustain through a day of fishing. So I will probably skip the unpleasantries of doing the wiring for the red, simply because I don't think I have enough red wire, and I'm kind of a stickler for details, so I want it to be red and black. I mean, I could use orange, I have a bunch of that too, but like I said, kind of a stickler for details. But yeah, so as soon as I get a fuse, which I could use like these car fuses, and I might just use one of these and then just wire it in line like that. I don't necessarily need a switch for this to work. It's just I'll have to unplug it or undo one of the leads. But I do want to have it fused, and I could really get by with this if I need to. So I might do that. But I'll check you guys in as soon as I get the rest of what I think I'm going to use or what I'm going to need. Okay, so I might be a little impatient. But this is what's going on right here. So it goes from neutral, 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 positive, positive, positive. One lead of the neutral goes here. The other lead goes to a fuse. And then goes to our open end. Maybe not so much. But, so if I touch this end, which is right here, then the other end, which is already hooked up, at 6.41 volts. So that shows that our circuit is what it should be. I know I have much of a mess. But now I just have to combine all of this, and I really don't have to have a switch like I said. So I don't know if I'm gonna have that for this weekend. I can probably get by without it. I'd like to have one just to make everything tidy. But yeah, so I'll check in just a second or so, and I'll show you guys what we actually have going on with this. So we'll see then. Alright, so we are going to try and finish the Livewell battery pack. I have an inline fuse, I have a switch, so we're going to put it all in this box. I'm gradually going up in sizes on this bit just because that doesn't take much extra time, and I'd rather make the hole more snug. I don't want it to be in there just all loose. I hope that this next one does it. This is the largest drill bit that I have. And she's through. Let's go ahead and just verify open and closed here. The switch is down. I just have this on continuity. So no continuity. We go up. We have continuity, so that means the circuit is actually closed but on. The reason I say that is I want to orientate the switch up, but also there's a little plate that I'm going to put on the outside, so I can put the orientation on that the correct way as well. I'm also going to, hopefully not lose it, we're going to put this inline fuse. So it's going to be our positive terminal off the battery into the fuse, inline fuse, into the switch, and then when it comes out of the switch, it'll go out. So that way I can break the positive lead for the battery pack, so I can shut the Livewell on and off. That gets rid of the potential energy. So yeah, we're gonna do that. there she is. So we will go black to what is our red on DC volts. Nothing. .41 volts. Switch it off. Good. All done. All right, so I was gonna hopefully have some video of this actually on the boat while we were fishing, and we really got beat up yesterday. But this is the Super Saver pump. I think you can get it at Walmart, it's like 35 bucks. This is what I use on the boat. It's in one of the little side live wells with the battery pack. The wire comes out. So this is a 12 volt system with a 6 volt battery bank. It's I think it's 5 running amps. Amp hours. It's 5 amp hours. I do have it with a switch. So I have the switch over here on the side. Turn that off. Everything shuts off. Turn the switch back on. Everything's back on. Now real quick, I wanted to show, this has been continuously running all night. I wanted to test out the battery power, I guess you could call it, or what we had for battery life with the system. And this is well over 13 hours right now of running. It is the next morning, so yeah, we will get back to showing the battery box. But yeah, I just wanted to come and show you that it has been running all night, and that it is, I would say, run a couple more hours. This is 13 hours right now, so yep, back to the box. It is fused. A fuse right here. I am probably going to end up rewiring quite a bit of this, just to have all of the same wiring, and so all my positive will be red, all the same gauge. All of my neutral or negative will be black, all the same gauge. Now this works pretty good. Now I'm also going to put this type of system in my brother's kayak. This is going to work great for a kayak live well. You know, whether it's in a middle vault or a cooler like this, something with like a tsunami bilge pump with a primer ball. But we will show the build on that. That's going to be not too long. But I'm going to use the same battery bank, the same essential build, and we're going to build a kayak live well, which will draw in fresh water continuously and dump water out of the live well continuously. So everything is going to be fresh water, and your bait should stay real lively. And even if you have to keep fish, we've been thinking about actually having a cooler like this size to keep all of the bait in. So yeah, that's it, I think. Heard something. I don't know what I heard. I hear the bamboo. The bamboo's cracking. There's a lot of wind. So yeah, I'll show the build when we do this with the kayak live well. But I think that's just about it right now. Like I said, I wanted to actually show some video of it in the boat, but we got beat up. It was not a fun day. I mean, it was a fun day fishing, but not a fun day. So, I think that's about it. Like I said, I will make another video, which is going to be the kayak live well, and I will, as soon as we get it built, we'll show you guys that. Until then, stick around. The next video is probably going to be our miserable fishing day, and then after that, I'm not really sure. We have like less than a month till archery season, so one of these videos coming up is going to be hunting. So, did a little bit of practicing today, but yeah, that's a video for a different day. So we will talk to you guys then, and yeah, thanks for watching.